You know that without range management, you'd see very little grass around our community today. Having the knowledge of how to take care of your grass will greatly increase your livestock production. Managing pasture is a very effective way to increase profit and keep healthier livestock. I've been managing rangeland for many years. Through techniques such as burning, spraying, and rotating cattle, you see greater advances in your herd. The first major point is burning. It's beneficial because it gets rid of a lot of weeds that are in your pasture that cattle don't eat. And it also gets rid of shrubs and tree stumps and saplings. And it helps the new plants sprout easier. When you burn, you have to make sure you have the right equipment, and you have to make sure you have an adequate amount of help. The most important thing when you burn is the weather. You need to make sure that you have a good wind, which, depending on the pasture, it could be any type of wind, but you have to make sure it's not too strong. But you also need to make sure you have a decent wind so it'll push the fire down the pasture. You also have to make sure that there's a decent amount of moisture in the grass so you don't just burn everything that's around you. And then you have to make sure you burn when the grass is burnable, which is usually around the spring. And that's because the grass is dormant and isn't green and has a lot of moisture in it. So this is a common tool used when spraying or burning. It's just a sprayer, and the purpose of this when you burn is you fill it with water, and it's to help keep the fire under control. And the way you use it is you hook these two ends onto a battery, either on your four-wheeler or truck or whatever you're using, and then fill it with water here, and then this is what you use to spray your water out of. There's many different types of these. And then there's also filters in the motor and up here in the nozzle, and you have to make sure that they're clear of all debris or else you won't have a steady stream. There's also tools that you'll need, such as shovels, to help maintain fires at spots where it's not as big. You can have people using hand shovels to help contain it. And like I said earlier, you just need a lot of help. You can't have enough help. You want to make sure you keep it under control. The next major point I have in maintaining rangeland is spraying. There's a lot of different types of sprays, and the main weeds we spray around here are blackberries and thistles and many other grass weeds. According to the North Carolina Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the best time to spray is early spring and the fall. The most common types of sprays for around this area are 2,4-D, Crossbow Roundup, Remedy, and according to Clay Jones, a professor at OSU, he says it takes about a quart of 2,4-D per acre. And this is just an example of a spray. It's a very small amount. Would be used around the house and not for rangeland, but it just kind of shows you what it'll spray for, and it also give you directions on application and mixing it and all that. Benefits of spraying are it gets rid of weeds and grass, and it allows the grass to fully utilize the moisture and nutrients in the ground, and it helps the grass to reach its full yield potential. My last point is rotating cattle. We rotate cattle because it helps keep the grass healthy and not overgrazed, and it allows the grass to regrow. What most people say is grass is the cheapest kind of feed, so you want to make sure you have healthy grass. It says, I've been taught that having good grass reduces hay usage by 30%, which is a very big percentage when you feed hay all winter. The grazing plants go in 3 periods: the early vegetative phase, exponential rapid vegetative phase, and a productive phase. Dennis Hancock says, "We want to start and stop grazing at the rapid growth rate." He carries on to say, "We'd like to perpetually keep the pasture there and keep it growing fast." As you can see, burning, spraying, and rotating cattle are very beneficial ways to make sure you have healthy, productive grass. Agriculture is essential for survival in society today. As Lloyd Noble puts it, no civilization can survive the time when its agriculture economy is destroyed. Thanks for listening.